So welcome to the Gunman Insta Live tonight. We carry on with some bare knuckle business. And you know what that means? That means getting punched bare in the skull and battered up with one of these. No gloves. Serious business. This is for real bad man, this. And so tonight we've got on a bare knuckle fighter. His name is Toby Bindon. Now, you got to learn about this, bro. He's a serious operator. So let's find out what a guan. He's fighting on Saturday. It is fight week for him. Let's get him in. One second.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes.
Toby Bindon.
Come on.
I've been
Good to be on, man. How are you?
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, man. Same.
I
Yeah, it's
really
good to touch base, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing. Mate, I love connecting with good people, good fighters. I'm privileged to be able to speak with guys that can fight as well as you. So welcome to the Gunman Insta Live.
Yeah, love it. Love the name, bro.
This is a platform for fighters, good fighters like yourself, to come on and
Bad boy platform
with the fight fans. What was that?
It's a bad boy platform. Like, you got a lot of get a lot of good people on it, man. I like it.
Yeah, no, appreciate you. That's
so like Gareth was like, "Oh, I got you on this. Like they say, there's an interview," and I was like, "Oh yeah, mate, I'll jump on it. That'll be decent." So yeah, it's like yeah, it's good to be on, man. Like definitely.
Oh, pleasure, man. You're touching me, making me feel good.
That's good.
No, it's absolute pleasure to have you on. And as I said, I love to, elevate fighters. I've just had a 12-year-old message me just now, DM'd me in my inbox saying, since I had an interview with him, he's saying, since my interview, my followers have shot up. And, that's what makes it worthwhile,
Yeah.
It really makes it worthwhile. The platform is to give the fighters recognition. You guys train hard, you work hard, and people don't get to see it.
Yeah.
They just
we need the platforms to get the recognition, and platforms like yourself, they're giving us fighters a voice, and it's spreading it, and especially for young fighters, like that's so important. I'm always saying to young fighters in the gym, you've got to speak, you've got to put yourself out there to get the followers, to get the fan base, because if their aspiration is to go pro, they need that following and they need that fan base to sell tickets.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely spot on, and I'm glad I can try and help people like yourself. So first and foremost, if you're not following this man, this is Toby Bindon. He is fighting on Saturday. I think it's the 6th of April in Milton Keynes on BKFC.
Come on.
He is a mixed martial arts real bad man.
Yeah,
and we'll come on to talking about your martial arts shortly.
Man.
So what do we know about your opponent, Marcus Pond? What do you know about him?
Yeah, so Marcus, it's a weird one, Marcus. He used to train at our gym, up at Gareth's gym, up at Seven Hills. He used to come up and train a bit, and I'd always help him out like I do all the fighters and anyone that comes in, even non-fighters. I try and help them out. I spar with them. I give them a hiding, and then I try and help them. You know what I mean? You know how it is. And Marcus, then he was getting onto the bare knuckle scene of the hay bale fights and some other fights, doing well, and messaging me, asking for advice and whatnot, and I was giving him it. And then he won a fight, and he started to call me out, and I thought, okay, he's using my name for a bit of clout, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people do this. Yeah. And then, he kept calling my name out. And then I was like, okay, this is starting to piss me off a bit now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You say my name enough times, I'm going to be like, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
So I said to the promoter, I said, look, let's make this fight happen. The BKFC promoter said, yeah, okay. And I said, let's try and make a weight we can both agree on. And he was like, well, he's told me he won't go any lighter than 79. So I said, that's sound. I just won't cut as much weight.
Yeah.
I'll fight at that weight, and I'm happy. The fight's on. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. And yeah, we're only a couple of days away now. So I'm buzzing about it.
Do you rate this brother?
So in bare knuckle, you've got to rate everyone, because one shot can change the game like significantly, and I've learned that in my bare knuckle fights. Like you've really got to keep your wits about. But other than that, then having that sort of like one shot, like, listen, I'm levels above, and you're gonna see that. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the levels in this fight.
Yeah. What's he good at?
So this is it. Like he's got. I think he has got a good right hand, and he's got like a good punch, just like a lot of the guys in bare knuckle. Anyone that does bare knuckle is tough, so I give my respect to him in that aspect, because to do bare knuckle, it takes a lot, and it takes a tough man. It takes a real man to step into the bare knuckle ring and duke it out with no gloves. So yeah, I'll give him that. But then, like you say, other than that, mate, I don't really look into the opponents, if you know what I mean. Really? So to me, I just see it. I let my coaches do their research. To me, I'm just training for an opponent. I'm training to go through. I'm training for all different sort of situations that can happen in the fight, and I have an answer for all those situations. And I just, because like people can pull out, and you get these replacements. If you get too stuck on an opponent, you're just fixated on that style. Whereas me, there is no opponent. There is just the fight. Whoever's there, I'm going to fight, and I'm going to go through them. Like I say, my coaches do their research. They'll tell me stuff, but like you say, I don't look into it. I don't let myself emotionally get involved. I just train for myself, and I'm going in there like a gladiator. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who I'm against. I'm going in there to fight. I'm going in there to win. Yeah. Now,
you know, bare knuckle fighters will say that is traditional boxing. Back in the old days, there were no gloves. People just got their shovels out and had some, right?
Yeah, I love it.
But we call traditional boxing glove boxing. Why is it that boxers, when you speak to most boxers, they won't even consider doing bare knuckle boxing?
Yeah, it's a funny one, because like I said, in the actual traditional sense, bare knuckle is traditional boxing. But when you speak to it went there. when I speak to glove boxers about it, like they like, no, like gloved boxing is the traditional like boxing, and like you said, they won't want to give it a go. But like in the old days, that was the boxing. Like you trained with no gloves, and like gloves were actually.
That same boxer, if he's outside the kebab shop on a Saturday night and someone pinches his missus' ass, he's got no problem with
sticking
throwing down.
Yeah, this is it. I think a lot of it is like the cuts. There's a lot of like, even though it's safer for like brain damage and that aspect, but you do get cut a lot more. You do get busted up hands. You get busted up eyes. So in one way to look at it, it is a shorter career. You can't have a real long career unless you're very elusive in the sport. But even the most elusive fighters in the sport, they still get cut, they still get caught, because it's a fight at the end of the day, isn't it? So I think that's probably why. I think if you could have a longer career and earn more money from having a longer career, you would see more. But we're seeing more and more top boxers and top MMA fighters turn over.
Yeah. Austin
Trout's just recently won the 165 strap. You know, he showed how you can come in and be an elusive fighter and do very well.
Would you say you need to have a street fighting background to be good at bare knuckle boxing?
So not necessarily, but I think you need to have. I mean, it definitely would help. It definitely does help. But you need to have that street mentality of like, right, I'm going in there and this is going to be a war. You know what I mean? Like, this is a fight. Like when I've been.
Oh, hold on, we've lost your sound. We've lost your sound. Sorry, go on. So do you need to be a good street fighter does a good street fighter make a good bare knuckle fighter?
Yeah, so like I say, not necessarily, but I think it definitely does help. It helps coming in, like, knowing you've had a few fights on the cobbles and you felt that knuckle on knuckle. But I think the most important thing is having that just bit of mentality of like, right, I'm going to war. You know, like that definitely helps. But yeah, for me, like, fighting is it's an art. You know what I mean? So to me, it's I think whatever background you come from, if you dedicate yourself, that's where you know there's just something pure about bare knuckle boxing. Like when you've had that fight, it's hard to put the gloves back on. Like once you've had that bare knuckle experience, and even you tasted a few shots and you've given a few shots, there's just something about it, mate. It's very, very addictive.
Yeah, I can imagine. So anyone who's following the live, pop some questions in the chat for Toby. Man. We'll ask him any good questions that you guys want to fire in. If you want to know about a bit of bare knuckle boxing, if you want to know his prediction for the fight, anything you want to know, fire it in. Make sure you follow both of us. Follow him. He's got a big fight coming up on the 6th of April, Milton Keynes on BKFC. Follow the Gunman. I've got some sick interviews and some serious brothers coming on my show. So make sure you do not miss them. Make sure you do not miss it. Let's support each other. So in terms of conditioning, Toby, I'm seeing mans get put down by jabs in the bare knuckle. So how can you condition? Does a bare knuckle fighter condition themselves any differently to a glove boxer?
No, not really, other than like you do a bit of knuckle conditioning, you get those knuckles sharp and hard, like, you know, knuckle push-ups, a little bit of bag work with bare hand, but you don't want to go over the top because you don't want to damage or injure your hands. So it's quite a fine line on what condition you can do. Other than that, move your head. You know what I mean? Because a jab can put you down.
Just move your head.
That's how easy you can get put down in the bare knuckle. Like, I remember with my first fight, and this guy hit me with a jab, and it's like, fuck, okay, yeah, that's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Because the jabs pop you and cut you, but at the same time, it's nice because you know how some fighters say they need to get hit to feel like they're in the fight. You get that straight away with bare knuckle. You're just straight in on it, and you're like, okay, this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Does every shot hurt?
No, not really. I mean, you don't really feel it in the fight, to be honest. It feels like a sharp, because obviously I've fought in Muay Thai, so it was similar to having elbows landed on me. Like, it's that sharp sort of like feeling. It's not like with the gloves on and the outs gloves, you feel more of a force hit, more of a force hitting you when you've been hit. Whereas the bare knuckle was like sharper, more of an elbow feeling.
But there's a lot of talk about conditioning of hands. And when I've seen hands of bare knuckle fighters, they are like bricks. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of talk about, you know, doing press ups on your knuckles, hitting. I think it's called a Makalele board. A wooden board. And then you may have seen like Bruce Lee in the old films. They talk about how you can hold your hands. You see Bruce Lee in films like this, and then if you wrap your hands round
tight.
So you can start with your fingers like right at the top, and you almost wedge them in like that into the top of your arm, and then you roll your knuckle in. And they say that makes your knuckle like more like another hand wrap.
It's true.
Have you heard that before?
A lot, it's very true. And a lot of those traditional methods, like the board, they come from like traditional karate, and that to us is very beneficial because they've been around for a long time. And it definitely conditions your hands. So I love doing all that myself, to be honest.
Let's have a look at your hands then. Bloody hell! I wouldn't want to get a knock with that, mate. All right. Bloody hell. Jesus. Well, I said show us your hands, not your breeze blocks.
Yeah, that's it. Hands
mate,
like breeze
solid. Absolutely.
That lands on the jaw, mate. You know what I mean? Nice, fast turn.
Yeah. Now, there's a couple of things about style. How would you describe your style to someone who hasn't seen you fight?
So, like, for me, I can do it all. You know what I mean? I can box well. I can go to war. I can do it all, to be honest. I'm very fast. I'm very explosive. I'm a very explosive fighter. I like to go for the knockout. And like you say, I use my skills. I've been training since a young child in martial arts. So this is like a whole life dedicated to fighting. So to me, I'm sort of called a real fighter, you know?
Some guys go with this really sort of long, open-handed style in bare knuckle, which you never really see in traditional boxing. Traditional boxing, you tend to be a little bit more tight and closed, maybe one hand long. But you sometimes see fighters like quite arched, like Nate Hines or Ellis Shepherd.
Yeah.
I'm trying to name a few that are quite, what I mean?
High.
Yeah, high and quite wide with their arms. Probably can't show you too well on the live, but you know what I mean. A long, wide open guard. Do you switch your guard in the way you fight, or do you just have one set method?
So totally. I've got like a few different styles because you can change it up, and a lot of the open hand stuff, it distracts them. You know what I mean? Like you see Jimmy Sweeney and people like that do it, and
open-handed.
The open hand and stuff. One, it's good for parries.
Yeah, Connor Tierney's another one.
Yeah. It's good for parries. It's good for like getting your jab out quick, because obviously, and then tightening it at the last minute.
Yeah,
because they say that's how you should jab anyway. And like have your hands open and then bam, clench at that last minute. So I think a lot of it is speed and just being a bit of fluidity with it.
Yeah. The injuries. What's the worst injury that you've had?
So like with the hands and that, it's not. Sometimes the hands are like busted up, ballooned up and stuff like that, and you just got to rest them, ice pack them, like sort of any injury. Yeah. But they go down quite fast, and then other than that, you just got the cuts and stuff, which all heal, to be honest, and they all tell a story, don't they? So like, I've got loads of scars from my Thai fights anyway, so they all tell a story. So it's cool to like say to my kids when they're older, look, this scar was from this person, this scar was this fight. You know what I mean?
You got to have your war room. Man, you're too good looking to be doing knuckle boxing.
Right. I'm a handsome dude, innit?
I was expecting your ear to have been half decapitated and your nose to be.
I try and keep my looks intact from moving my head and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, move that head off the line, bad man. Move that head off the line, rude boy.
That's it. You know it, bro. You know it.
So, is there pressure for you going into this fight? You're 1-2. In BKFC, so you've won one and lost 2. Does that put pressure on you for this fight? Like, as in, I cannot lose to the pond.
So I definitely want to go in there, and I've got winning intention, because the bare knuckle is one of those games. Anything can happen. You can be winning a fight, and then you get caught or something like that. So, like for me, 100%. Every fight I go into, I want to win. You know what I mean? I want.
Of course. Is this a must-win though?
It's not a must-win, because it's actually my debut for the promotion. Some of those other fights are from different promotions, like BYB and BKB. So
interesting. Yeah,
this is like my debut. So really, I'm 0-0 in BKFC.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm going in.
You reset. It's not so much like boxing.
Yeah, this is like I've gone into BKFC, and then you start like records. You know what I mean? So
lovely.
So it's nice to go in, and I'm gonna smash it, get that nice debut win in the promotion. And like go from there, you know what I mean? Start as I mean to go on. Finish as I mean to start, sorry.
Yeah, good man. I wish you all the best of luck. Make sure you send me your ticket link after this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire it out on my channel. So if anyone wants to come and watch this guy, Bruck Man's Up, Marcus Pond's going to be like a fish out of water when he gets his hands on him. So
love it, bro.
Make sure
and you can watch it on the BKFC app, which is like a $5. You can cancel anytime. You just sign up. It's like £5. You can watch the fight, and then you can cancel it after if you want. But it's got every bare knuckle fight from BKFC on there. It's a great app. You've got all the future BKFC events, so it's great value for money. You've got loads on there, interviews and countdown shows. So it's the BKFC app, or if you've got Sky TV or Virgin TV or Amazon Prime, it's on a channel called Viaplay or Viaplay Sports.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's on that channel. So they've just got that network deal for British TV. So it's going to be a big show. It's going to be all the lights, cameras, the action. It's all going to be there.
That is wicked. Make sure you listen to this man. Who is your favourite BKFC fighter? So actually, who is your favourite current bare knuckle fighter?
So there's a few that I like to watch. I like Mike Perry, of course, because he just comes in and he loves to have a fight. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter, and he doesn't fight for them now. But I love Tyler Goodjohn, another British fighter.
Yeah, I like Tyler Goodjohn. He's hilarious.
He was great, man. Like he had wars, and like every fight, he didn't always win. Like he had dodgy decisions, but and he had like a few losses. But like every fight he had, it was an absolute war, and he just put on like a great fight. And like
he's agreed to come on here. Actually,
awesome,
he's out in Miami, but.
Yeah, because he's good. He's turning back to pro boxing, isn't he? Which he's like, to be honest, he wants to make some noise just because he's taken on like a contender straight away, and I respect that. Like, he's not doing it.
I mean, the guy he's taking on is like 11 fights, 11 knockouts, like Filipino's number one.
Yeah,
something ridiculous.
And to be honest, like that's what I like to see. I don't want to see a fighter against a guaranteed win. I want to see that like fight where it's like, okay, this is going to be a tough fight for him, and you know he's going to give him hell. So and Tyler was like that in the BKFC. So I always enjoyed watching his fights. You know what I mean?
Wicked. Wicked, man. And have you based your own style on any particular fighters?
Not necessarily. I mean, I like to see lots of different styles and lots of different fighters. I study, and I'll take what I think is useful, and I'll try and adapt it into my own style. So it's my own unique style, but you will see different sort of characteristics from other fighters and styles, which I think, I'll use that, and I'll try and use that way of moving. You know, I try and be like a sponge still, and I try and always.
But there's no one there you go, I really like the way this guy does this, and I'll start trying to replicate it slightly. It doesn't need to be a current. It could be like,
someone like Mike Tyson. I used to always watch, and like
get involved, get your peekaboo on, or you might see, everyone copies Floyd with the Philly show a little bit.
Marvin Hagler, I used to love watching because I still watch him now, and like I used to love his style, love his hooks and stuff like that. So a lot of those guys I've watched and studied over the years.
Now, I really need to touch on your gym. I discovered your gym. I discover people all the time. I'm looking. That's what I do. I find good people in the fight game. And your coach Gareth, I've never met him, but he seems a fantastic guy.
Great guy.
He sounds like you've got from the research from outside looking in. Because I'm a stalker, remember? You got to remember I'm a research stalker. I stalk good fighters. That's what I do. That's my job title, stalking good fighters. It looks like you've got some fantastic fighters in that gym. Can you tell me what that gym means to you? Can you tell us a little bit about the gym and as much about your coach and Gareth as much as you can, as much as you'd like to?
So like the gym 7 Hills where in Torquay, which is Gareth's gym. Gareth's a fantastic guy, man. Like I can't say, and this is what everyone will say, we can't say enough good things about him. Like he is someone so genuine that loves boxing. He absolutely lives for it. He's at shows every weekend with like the amateur boxing, professional boxers. He does so much for everyone, not just fighters, but like for everyone. Like he's helped me in my personal life where I've had some issues where he's had to like literally steer me back on a path. He's like, look, you need to stop doing this or whatever. And he's really helped me. He's helped me in so much of my personal life and in the gym.
Fantastic.
He gives so much time to everyone, not just the fighters, absolutely everyone. Vulnerable people, he helps vulnerable people in the gym. I've got so much time for Gareth, and I said to him, I want to give back to the gym. So I gave the gym some free VIP tickets to this fight because I said to Gareth, I would like to just give back to the gym because he does so much for me and the other fighters, and the gym does itself. And he never asks for anything in return. He's never like, it's a very, very cheap membership. He helps everyone out. Like, honestly, like, he is one of the genuine people in the sport. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's world class. And he's world class. He's a former IBF champion, professional fighter. So he knows the game inside and out. You know what I mean? Like, he is a boxing encyclopedia. He knows the whole game.
I love the coaches because the coaches are usually the first in the gym. They're usually the last out of the gym. As fighters, you put your trust in them, like you put your lives in their hands. If you're going with their game plan, when you get the wins and you get the success, it's a boxer that lifts up the belts and gets all the accolades. But the coaches don't pick up belts. They don't win like world titles, And so these guys often they're working for free a lot of the time, working with kids for free who sometimes they have a lot of faith in. They walk out on them. I've seen good talent like they're not being able to nurture them. It's frustrating for them, and a lot of fighters don't see that. You see a kid and you think, I've spotted a guy. I want to get this guy good, and his talent walks out on me and walks out of my gym. They get that happen all the time.
This is the thing.
They still stick it out. It's fun. It's fantastic and it's phenomenal.
That's what I've always said. Like with Gareth, I stay loyal to him to the bone. You know what I mean? That's my gym that I train at. That's the gym I fight at. And I would start my boxing career with him, and I'll end it with him. And then when I've ended fighting, I'll be up the gym helping with him. You know what I mean? So like, it's my family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and even with, like where you have phases where you're not in the gym as much, you go back and like it's exactly the same. You know what I mean? It's that sort of bond where it's brotherhood. It's a genuine boxing brotherhood, and you see in the comments, everyone's like, the gym wouldn't be the same without Gareth. Like, you know, he is.
The love in the comments, by the way. I haven't been reading them all out, and I'm apologise I haven't read them all out. It's mainly because I want to let Toby speak. But the comments for Gareth have been fantastic, just flooding in that he's a legend, he's a boss, he's an OG. Oh, you know, and I love to see that, you know. I really love to see the coaches get the recognition because, as I said, they work just as hard as the fighters sometimes. And to
be honest, even harder because, like I say, they're not just working with me. He's working with other professional fighters, and then all the amateur fighters. I mean, they're at shows every weekend, and that's like Gareth and the rest of the team at Seven Hills. They've got a lot of like volunteer coaches. They've got like they all go to the shows every weekend, helping the kids, and you got to take your hat off to that because that's all passion. There's no money in that. You know what I mean?
All passion. We've got Horrendal 6. Gareth is a legend, and he looks after us all so well. So big up yourself, Gareth. Keep on bringing these great fighters through. So let me ask you. I have to ask you, Toby. Who are the main guys in the gym that I need to be watching out for?
Yeah. So
who are the brothers that give you a hard move around in the gym?
Yeah,
Who's a pain in the ass?
yeah. So mate, all the brothers in the gym, right? They all give me good spars, but there's a couple of us that are like professional level. Myself, obviously. There's a lad called Ben Andrews. He'll be worth getting on here. He's signed to Wasserman Boxing, and he's fought on some like nice shows on Channel 5. So he's a good up and comer. He's got a fight actually in May.
You need to get him on here, Toby.
Yeah, I'll get him on here. He doesn't always speak out, so like I'm gonna get him on here.
Yeah, don't worry. The gunman will get him talking.
Yeah, get him talking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Zach down here. Zach's another one. Zach's another one. He's joined the gym recently. He's a professional boxer, yeah, and he's got a fight in May the 18th as well. Yeah. So Zach will be good to get on here. Another one. Get on here. Get used to the interviews. Get used to speaking. Because like me, I like to talk. You know what I mean?
I've enjoyed talking to you.
I've always been one, that I like to talk. It got me in trouble in school and that. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it.
You can come and host this show when I'm feeling sick.
Yes, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to get on a podcast. A lot of people have said to me I should jump on one, but it's just like it's the time, innit?
You can't do it while you're fighting.
Yeah, that's it. You can't do it while fighting.
Literally, you can't. I boxed out 11 fights. I couldn't be doing this show.
Luke, that's my brother there. Luke Tabs, that's my brother.
Yes, and, my G, Luke Tabs.
Luke Tabs, Tabo, my brother.
He says, big him up. Top man. It's good to see the support coming through.
Amy's in the Olympics. Yeah, she'll be good to get on here. She's an amateur, but she's going to be fighting for the Olympics. Get your cock out, yes.
Who said that? I didn't see that one. Hey, what are you going to do? Get me banned?
That's a payment, that is. That's a payment.
But you need to get your ass on OnlyFans for that.
Yeah, I know. Especially.
You know what I mean? So let's have a prediction then. Let's have a prediction, all right? Because we need to, you know what I mean? We need to spice things up. So you're fighting Pond. Is he going to be a fish out of water? What's happening?
Of course.
What's happening to him?
Bro, it's going to be pure dominance. It's going to be
You're going to drown him?
Yeah, drown him, mate. I'm going to take him to deep waters and I'm going to drown him. I'm going to keep him down there a bit longer.
Is it
just pure dominance?
Is it possible to drown a pond? I'm not...
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see it April the 6th.
Yeah. So you know what's your prediction? Are you going to just be folding him up like a deck chair in round one? What's going on, brother? So
it's just going to be pure dominance. That's what I've been visualizing. You know what I mean? Pure dominance. And when I choose to put him away, whether that be round 1 or round 5, I will choose which round and then I'll put him away. Like you said, I don't go hunting for the knockout. I'll let it flow. When it comes, it will come, but it will be a dominant victory. I'll tell you that much.
In your mind, if you could have it one way or the other, what would you prefer? A first round KO or a 5-round masterclass?
See, I like the knockout, so I'll always go for a first round knockout. You know what I mean? If it's there, I'm taking it, and I'm very explosive. So
Beautiful.
But like you say, if it is a 5-round one and I put on a masterclass, then that's great as well because I get the rounds under my belt. So
yeah,
wherever the fight goes, I'm happy. I'm calm, collected. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I've been here. It's another day in the office for me, so I'm just going to go there. I'll be very focused. I'll have like laser-like focus, and I'm going to stay focused for this fight. And,
wicked, man.
Yeah, man. Just put on a great, flawless victory.
Can you look down the camera and tell Pond what's going to be happening to him in a few days' time?
Yes, Pond. So listen, yeah, me and you're going to see April the 6th. The talking will be over, and you're going to see a pure dominant victory from the War Dog.
Yeah, now that's great. I love this guy. This is the sort of content I'm dreaming about.
Yes, bro.
Normally I get, do you have a message for your guy? But like, yeah, may the best man win. Like, oh, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, you need to see more than that. You need to see more than that. This is what I say to the fighters. Like, you can be the best fighter in the world, which is great, but you've got to be able to sell yourself. When the camera's on you, you've got to be able to talk. You can't just be like, you know, you've got to be able to talk and sell yourself and sell the fight because that's what 100%, it is.
100%.
At the end of the day, we're going to shake hands, whatever, but like right now, it's about selling the fight and it's about building it.
Beautiful.
When fighters do that from early on, they will help themselves go on. I mean, it's just one of it. It's part of the business, isn't it?
Apart from dropping the camera so we see the ceiling, that should not be part of the business.
Yeah. Someone called me. Right.
So, listen, lastly, can you give the fans a message? The people that are reaching out, the people that jumped on this live tonight, the people that have bought a ticket, the people that have subscribed to the BKFC app, the guys that have supported you, your teammates, your sparring partners, give us a message to the fans that support you.
Yeah, just massive love and respect to everyone that's bought a ticket. I've got a load of brothers coming up. VIP tables, a rowdy bunch. They're going to have the bottles out. They're going to be going mad. So big love to all them. Big love to the gym, 7 Hills, for everything they do. The coaching, the sparring, the mental prep, everything. Jay Williams, my strength and conditioning coach at Venture. He's another great one.
I've got to mention this here, your boy Bronson, because I was thinking the same thing, but I never said anything. That fight fade is fresh. And I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, mate, that brother, I was thinking, he's got that, his barber's gone in deep.
Trust, bro, got that done today by your boy Bronson. You know what I mean? He's sorting it out.
your boy Bronson, what a legend. He's gone in deep on...
What's this here, twin tweet? I'm trying to give up watching lady porn. Have you got any advice? Fucking hell.
Well, best thing to do, Twin Pete, jump into the BKFC. Get in a ring, someone will knock that out of you.
Oh, man, but yeah, man, just a big love to everyone supporting me, like, you know, War Dog Army and all that, and everyone watching the BKFC app, everyone that's wanting to watch the fight, everyone's got to tune in. A big love to everyone, basically. Like you say, I love it, man. I love it, man. Do you know what I mean? Just enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the whole process of this, not thinking of the past or the future, just living the present each and every day.
Yeah, love it, my guy. Love it. So enjoy yourself in there. Thank you so much for coming on the live tonight. I absolutely appreciate you. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is hopefully not going to be the last time we see you.
No, we'll definitely jump on again, bro.
Jump on any time you want. You are welcome. As I said, anyone watching this, if you're not following this man, make sure you are following Toby Bindon. Toby, why have you not got a fight name? Give me a fight name.
I have War Dog. Toby War Dog Bindon.
Oh, of course you do.
Yeah. Come on, brother.
Oh, yeah, the War Dog. Where did that come from?
So I got it from one of my fights. I had it was one of the first 7-round fights in the Bay. We had an absolute onslaught of a war. And everyone was saying War Dog, like calling me War Dog and that. And
you have it on your shorts, actually. Yeah. It's too late for me. I'm miles away. I remember, and I see you always have it on the front of your shorts, don't you, War Dog?
Yeah, and I've got my new shorts, got black shorts with red War Dog.
So Why was it then? You just went to war and dogged on someone, did you?
Yeah, and I was getting dropped, and I kept coming forward, kept coming forward every time, and they're like, he's like a war dog, and it just kept from there, to be honest.
Yeah, wicked, man. That's absolutely wicked. Well, listen. Thank you very much for taking time out of your preparations to speak with the fight fans. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. Your gym are fantastic. You are fantastic. Go and seek, go and destroy. And listen, tag me in anything that you want me to share after the fight or before. I'm happy to track and share your journey. Thank you, everyone, for joining. God bless you.
Thank you for having me on, bro, as well. Thank you for people like yourself who put on the platform for the fighters like us, because without the platform, us fighters don't get to speak and say what we get to say. You know what I mean? It gives us that exposure. So thank you to yourself, and thank you for having me on, man.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Have a good evening.
Nice one, bro. Take care.